I know I only have 4 girls that get on regularly, and 2 of them are having internet problems right now, and 1 is traveling, so she can't get on. I'll go ahead. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. Okay, so I told Danielle I would take this one tonight because my team really wanted to learn a little bit about managing their time. Danielle, is there any way you can record this if you are there? Okay. Okay, so we'll just get started. Move this. So first of all, before I even get to the but first, I'm really not good. Well, I'm okay at PowerPoints, but I don't like to spend my time there. It's like not my creative field. So if it's boring for you, sorry. But I do have some good little things for you to take away. So the first thing before we actually start talking about how we don't have time and how much we're doing every day and all of our things that we have going on, really consider the way that you talk about time or the lack of time that you have and where you're actually spending your time. So for me, in the beginning, I was like, I can't do this. I have too much going on. I'm trying to study for the boards. I'm trying to raise some kids and take care of a house. It's just too much for me right now. But then I was reading, I do a lot of personal development, and I told you guys that last time. I'm kind of a Nazi about it. And I was reading that there's a huge difference in not having time versus choosing not to focus your time on a specific task. So instead of saying, I don't have time, say out loud, I'm choosing not to spend my time on this, because chances are you're not one of the very few people who is busy 24 hours a day. So you have to think, actually, do you really not have time, or are you just choosing not to spend your time there? And that's not to say that you're doing the wrong thing, but that's just because everybody has to choose how much time they're going to put into the whole Beachbody thing to begin with. You have to be the one who takes ownership of that, and nobody else can make you put more or less time into it. So really focus on changing your verbiage from like, I don't have time for this, or I'm just going to choose not to put my time into that, okay? So, and then with that comes, you know, complaining about not progressing in the Beachbody world, whatever progression means for you. If that means like getting tons of commission, or if that means growing a team, getting coaches, whatever, whatever you put into it is going to is what you're going to get out of it. And that's with everything in life. What you put into Beachbody, how much you push is what you're going to get out of it, right? So that's that. And then when you're thinking about Beachbody time is not going through your Facebook and liking stuff, or checking for likes on your pictures, or checking for comments, or just sitting around planning for hours what you're going to do tomorrow. Yes, there is some planning that you should definitely be doing, but if all you're doing every single day is planning, and you're never implementing anything, then you're wasting your time, your valuable time. Like everybody here, I think, has something else going on, whether it's kids, job, whatever. So that is a waste of time. Liking Facebook pictures and stuff, yeah, you're sort of expanding your market, but really you should be commenting and forming relationships, not just going through and liking. Huge thing for me. I have to like consciously not scroll my news feed at all before I like check my messages or anything. So that is not Beachbody time. So Beachbody time is your 3 vitals, right? 3 vital behaviors. And then before you start planning and trying to manage your time, you really need to set your goals. You have to think like realistically, what will it take to achieve those goals? I'm not saying don't set your goals high, because I have a personal goal to hit elite by the end of the year. And I just started in May. So that's a pretty high goal. So I have to really think of what it's going to take to get there. Probably more than just an hour a day for me personally. And then how many people will you have to talk to? Break it down. How much personal development are you going to have to do, or studying? And I say studying because not a lot of it, but some of your personal development should come from watching like webinars or team calls. I'm sure you guys all have access to the Bombshell Dynasty team calls, right? I think everybody here does. I don't know if you do, but if you don't, I can show you guys how to get access to those. And those are really awesome. They have really great speakers that really kick you in the butt, and they show you exactly what you should be doing to be successful in this. What will have to take a back seat? We have to stop watching TV. We have to stop playing video games. I mean, I don't know what you guys do in your spare time. I don't even know if people actually still play video games, except my brother. But I gave up a lot of TV, but I was not willing to give up Big Brother because I love that show. So that's the other thing. What are you not willing to give up? Just determine all of these things and really sit down and think about them, because this is how you're going to really start managing your time and setting limits on what you need to be doing or pushing yourself. They're your goals. They're not my goals. They're not Danielle's goals. They're not your upline coach's goals. They're not anybody's goals but your own. Yeah, Valerie, I can send that link. Let me write it down so I don't forget. Okay. So that's first. There's a password to like get into it and everything, but I know that you guys are part of the Bombshell Dynasty by default, so you're allowed to get in there. So this was huge for me. I just started doing this a week ago, a little over a week ago, setting real hours for Beachbody stuff and sticking with it, because honestly I was starting to feel really guilty as a mom about constantly listening to stuff on my phone, like calls and stuff like that. I started to feel a little bit guilty about it, and I decided I really need to start setting hours. So you have to make it work for you. I don't know what you do every morning, and I don't know what you do every night, and I don't know what you do during the day, but there are time slots in those somewhere, early in the morning, late at night, where you can get Beachbody done, and that is what you need to stick with and figure out, like, when is your market most responsive, right? Mine's actually, we have a lot of night owls in my market, so I can do everything at night if I want to, even past 10 o'clock, and I still get a whole bunch done, like inviting people, talking to people. These are just an example of the hours that I have during the day. This is not every day, because if you're a parent, you know that this is impossible to schedule this amount of time every single day to have to get work done. Now, 5:30 to 7:30 a.m. I can usually do stuff because my kids wake up around 7:30 most days, but it never fails that at least 2 days a week, one of them is up out of bed because I have too many kids. And then 9 to 11, some days we go to the community center and I get time there to do stuff. And then 2 to 4, nap time. And then 8:30 to 10 p.m. That's usually when I do my calls, and I talk to new coaches. I do getting started right calls with my new coaches around 8:30. And then I have a team call Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night from 9 to 10. So those are my hours. And then I just tell myself I have these rollover hours where I have to stay up after 10 o'clock if I don't get it done. And we'll talk about the kind of things you should be getting done every day if you really want to grow. So if I don't get up in the morning, then I have to keep in mind that I'll probably be up late at night. And I didn't say this, but one of my like things I don't want to give up is going to bed with my husband every night at 10 o'clock. That's a big deal for me. So I try to go to bed with him at 10 o'clock at least 3 nights a week. So that's pretty big. So you don't have to have all these options. I have to have all these options kind of because one or two of them will not be there. If I do get to do all of them in one day, that's like the best day ever. Okay, so the power hour, this is what you really need to be getting done. And you can do this in an hour, and you can do this in 15-minute increments. You can do it every day. So you need to prioritize. And the best way to prioritize is to think about what's going to make your business grow the fastest. Is that going to be talking to people on Facebook about nothing, like commenting on pictures, you look nice, cute, awesome. That's probably not going to do anything to grow your business, really. The thing that grows your business the fastest is reaching out to people personally and messaging them, no matter how uncomfortable that is. And I should put that on here. We had a call with Lindsay Matway last night, and she said, one thing on your power hour list should be to do one thing every single day that makes you really uncomfortable. It's kind of true, because I'm pretty extroverted, but I still have issues messaging people about buying challenge packs or getting involved in an accountability group. So if it doesn't make you uncomfortable, then it's probably not growing you, right? And then the other thing, what do you feel guilty about not doing? So if you're like going to bed and you're like, oh, I should have done that, then the next day, make that the first thing that you do, because we always put off the thing that we don't really want to do, but we know it's the thing that's the most important. So and maybe for you that's not working out, because you should be a product of the product. Maybe you have trouble working out like I do. So I have to get it done early in the day, or else I'm screwed, because I can come up with like a billion reasons not to get it done at night. And the 3 vitals, obviously everybody knows that. We harp on that a lot because it's super true that that's essential in your growth.
Yes.
That's my husband. He's technically on the team. He doesn't do anything, but he's technically on the team. So responding to your messages in Facebook in order. So this is what I've started doing. If I have somebody that messaged me, it's usually at the bottom, the person that messaged you the earliest. Then I go from the bottom to the top, and then I don't keep talking to somebody, even if they're responding back to me. I go all the way to the top, and then if I still have time, I go back down to the bottom and I respond that way. Because if you're just getting wrapped up in one person, you're forgetting all these other people, and they're like, well, why is it taking her 2 days to answer me back? Especially if you're crunched for time. If you only have 15-minute increments, respond to messages that way, from the bottom up, so that you're not missing anybody. Power hour, you should be posting in your challenge groups, your Facebook groups. I don't know if you guys have started finding Facebook interest groups. That's a great way to grow your cold market. Find an interest group, like if you really like dogs or like a particular breed of dog, find a Facebook group that's all about that dog. And that's how you can start like posting, and it doesn't have to be Beachbody related, just post about your dog in that group and start building relationships with people. It's a really great way to grow your cold market. Or groups you're running. If you guys are doing, I don't know if any of you guys lead your own coaching sneak peeks yet, or your 10 days to Emerald groups yet, but those are priorities and should happen in your power hour. Write your goals down. That's kind of for me, because I'm crazy, and I think that writing your goals down every day is like a way to really affirm yourself that they're actually going to happen. So might be a little bit weird to you guys, but Whitney got me this. One of my coaches and best friends got me this little book. So I write all my goals down in there now, and it just really keeps you on top of what you want to do. It reminds you of why you're doing this in the first place. Check your Coach Online office, cold market activity, whatever it is that you guys are engaging in, Facebook, blogging, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, whichever one you're really good at and you really like, you should be doing that within your power hour every day. And check in with your coaches and challengers on a personal level 1 to 2 times a week. So sending them actual messages, not just liking that they're participating in the group, because then they'll feel like you actually are invested in them, and you should be, right? You're not just trying to get them to buy something and then disappear. So these are the things that I personally think are important during your power hour to get done. And it doesn't have to be 1 full hour, like I said. If you have to split it up, then split it up and go from there. The next thing, these are just some tools and tips that I found along the way. You guys, I'm a really new coach. I'm not a professional at this, but I'm sharing this because it's things that I found that are really working for me. So scheduling posts on your like page, you can do that. I don't know if you know that, but you can actually go to your like page, and as you're writing a post, in the little corner, you can hit a time to schedule it. So if you have like a huge block of time and you really want to get your posts on your like page done, that's a great time saver, because then you're not thinking about it every single day. And Hootsuite is the same for your regular Facebook page. You can actually download that app or use it on your computer and create posts if you're not going to be there. Especially if you're not going to be around for a whole day, you don't want to just become inconsistent and not be there. I don't know what my phone is doing. Recycling old posts. So if you have a like page and a personal page that you sort of like go back and forth with, you can take a picture from your like page and put it on your personal page, and nobody cares. And if they do, that's their business. Or take something from your personal page and put it on your like page and share it, because you're ideally getting 2 different audiences eventually. You might be the same audience now, but in the future you'll be getting 2 different audiences, and that's a great way to save time too. Just take those old posts, paste it, schedule it for another day, and you're done. And creating personal scripts to copy and paste. So if I'm inviting somebody to a challenge group, then I have like a basic wording that I like to use, and I'll copy it, but I'll make it personalized to them. So I'm not just going to copy, paste, send to people, send. You do want to personalize with everyone. And just one aside about that, we learned from one of the crazy diamond builders in our team, our larger team. She's awesome. She's like a 2-star diamond now, and she's only been coaching since April, I think, and she's 2-star diamond right now, and she's almost at 3-star. So she's doing something right. But when she invites people, she does like this. She starts with something about them, a post they recently made, something about their family, something about how gorgeous their wedding pictures were, whatever, something about them, and then invite to the challenge group. I don't know if you ever considered doing one of my accountability groups. You've probably seen I'm a Beachbody coach, whatever, because I don't shut up about it, blah, blah, blah. LOL, whatever. So do that second, and then at the end, you want to end it with something personal about them. Again, your kids are so cute. I love seeing pictures of them. Hope you're doing well. So first them, then your spiel, and then them, so that you don't want people to feel like you're just using them to try to get money out of them, basically. So that's just a little aside. And then plan your week every Sunday or Monday morning. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it every Sunday night, because Monday mornings are kind of crazy for me. But I have this planner, and I actually write down, you guys can't see it probably. Maybe you can. I actually write down everything I do so that I can check mark the box, because I'm a little bit weird and OCD about checking boxes. I love to check boxes. It makes me feel really accomplished. So I'll write down everything from working out, personal development, inviting 2 people or however many people, and then filling out my diamond tracker, my goals. I write it all down so I can check it off every day. And it's the same every week, really. So I can just look back at the last one, and if I have something like a 5-day coaching sneak peek, then I add that in. And it really makes you feel less like you're scrambling to figure out what you have to do. You just know what you're going to do that day, and you just get it done and check off the boxes, and you feel really good about it. So that's a that's a great way to do it. And you can plan your month the same way. My coach, Nikki, taught me, I'm going to move my computer so you guys can see. Oh, no. Stuff is falling. To really write down your goals for the month, too, just by making these little check boxes. So, like, my goal for this month is to hit Success Club 25 between mine and my husband's accounts. And then to get 5 coaches for the month. And I just check them off when I hit it, because then I feel really awesome about it. And you can see, like, kind of goes back to personal development. You can see your goals, like, happening before your eyes, and you can see what you have to do, and it just motivates you and makes you feel really good. So that's another thing you can do. But the biggest tip I have is to stop comparing yourself to other people, because like I said in the beginning, your journey with Beachbody is your journey with Beachbody. You don't have to hit 1 star in a month. You don't have to even hit diamond in the first year of your business. It's all about what you want to do and how quickly you want to grow. So your time is yours. Nobody else can tell you what to do with it, but I mean, we can encourage you and push you out of your comfort zone, but don't compare yourself to what other people are doing, because everybody's life is different. Everybody has different challenges every day. So this is the last thing. Remember, you have the same amount of hours in the day as Beyonce. That's my motto, because love her. And that's all I have to say. I wanted to make it short today because I really want you guys to be able to ask me questions if you have any. Again, I'm not a professional, but I've sort of learned a lot of tricks, because in the beginning when I first started, I think I have watched every YouTube video that exists about Beachbody that any of the big coaches have done. I've watched every single one of them, and I've watched so many coaching calls. It's unreal. So I've just learned a lot, and I really want to share it with people, because I want everybody to grow. I want everybody to get the success out of this that they want. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask me.